I want to give you the holy trinity of breath work, okay? And it's really easy, it's really simple, it's nothing crazy. So number one, we need a reduced breath rate. What does that mean? We need the breath under 7 breaths a minute. So get a watch, time how many times you breathe, reduce your breath rate, and see what is comfortable for you. Now, you don't want to lower it so far that you get into stress. That's the sympathetic nervous system. That's not what we want. We want the parasympathetic. So it has to be relaxed. It has to be easy. So you got to find that range. Now 7 is not that low, and children can do this. Most of the people that I work with tell me that 7 is way too fast for them, and they usually hit around 6 or 5.5 breaths per minute, even if they're beginner meditators. So find the range which is good for you, under 7 breaths a minute, the one which is easy and comfortable for you, and keep your breath at that low rate for the entire meditation. Number 2, we're gonna flatten the breath, and I'm gonna explain what that means. You might have heard of box breathing, and if you haven't, I'm gonna explain it really quick. It's very simple. If you were to breathe in for a count of 10, and then hold the breath for a count of 10, and then breathe out for a count of 10, and then hold the breath again for a count of 10 before you breathe in, that would be a box, right? That's box breathing. So we're gonna take that box and we're just gonna flatten it. And what that means is we're gonna breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in and breathe out. And we're not gonna pause. We wanna take out the pauses from the breath. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna take the energy that would be expended when the breath is held, and it's gonna put it back into the breath, and it's gonna help to elongate the breath. It's gonna help you with number 1, keeping that breath rate reduced. If you've ever been in a scary situation where you go, and you hold the breath, that's not a good state. So we're taking all of that out. We want the in breath and out breath, and you don't want to be in a hurry, okay? That again is the sympathetic nervous system. We want the parasympathetic, so easily transition. Try and take all of the stops and holds out of the breath. Make the breath really smooth, really easy, in and out, under 7 breaths a minute. And number 3 of the Holy Trinity of breath work, we want the out breath to be slightly longer than the in breath. And the reason for this, I've explained it before in How to Meditate for Beginners. This is really important. Let's go over it quickly. When there's breath in the lungs, combustion takes place in the lungs, and the heart needs to work more. It needs to transfer the purified gases through the body, the oxygen through the body, and therefore it needs to pump more. It needs to work more. And when the breath is out of the lungs, there's no gases to transfer. Therefore, the heart should be able to take a little bit of a breather and relax. It's exactly like when you're in your car and you come up to a stop sign and you stop and you put your foot on the clutch and you just let the engine idle. That's what we're doing with our hearts. Now, if you're at the stop sign and you with the gas, everybody's gonna look at you like, what's going on, man? It's gonna be okay, right? So that's what we're doing constantly when we're in stress with our hearts, is we just on the gas all the time. And so what happens in meditation, we activate the dorsal parasympathetic nerve, which puts a tiny brake on the heart and allows the heart to rest on the out breath, especially. By doing so, we save heartbeats, we save energy, and that's going to transfer to number 1. The breath will become more elongated, easily and effortlessly and naturally. And that's what we want, right? Naturally, easily. And it doesn't take that much. It's just a slight difference. The in-breath should be a little bit shorter and the out-breath should be a little bit longer. Just a little bit. That's all it takes to assist with that transfer of energy that's going to take place when we are saving heartbeats. And what is the proof for all this? How do you know that you're actually accomplishing this? Well, if you follow that Holy Trinity, it's going to happen automatically by itself. It's your body. It knows what to do. You just have to put it in the right place. But here's the proofs. Number one, your hands will become hot, heavy, and dry. Now you probably can't feel that they're dry, but you can feel for sure that they're hot and heavy. And as you go on and you sit still, you gotta sit still. As you go on, they're gonna get hotter and heavier. And it's a really magical feeling. It's extremely relaxing, and you're gonna start to notice it throughout the rest of your body as well. Now, I'm married to a nurse, and she's always commenting to me about, oh, well, that person's too cold, the blood has come out of their lip. Oh, that person is not feeling well, and the blood has come out of their lip. And so I started to notice in meditation, well, I'm activating that parasympathetic dorsal nerve, it's putting a brake on my heart, and the blood is coming out of my lip too, in meditation. So it will come in and come out, and come in and come out of the lip. And you can notice it, but you have to know to put your attention there. So that's the second proof that you're activating the parasympathetic dorsal nerve. So I'm telling you, it's all in the breath. Lower the breath rate, get a reduced breath rate, number one. Number two, take out the pauses. That's gonna help you with that. And number three, make the out breath slightly longer than the in breath. That's the Holy Grail. That's the Holy Trinity. And you have it. You have it. It's incredible. I wish to God somebody had told me all this from the very start, man. I would, I don't know where I'd be. Stick around, subscribe, take care, and thanks for watching.